Question number 19. Given matrix A is 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, minus 2, x, 2, y, such that A into A transpose is equal to 9 into I, find x and y. So multiply A into A transpose, that resulting will be equal to 9 into unit matrix I. So given condition A transpose is equal to 9I. So A into A is 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, minus 2, x, 2, y into A transpose, interchanging rows into columns 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, minus 2, x, 2, y equal to 9 times unit matrix of same order. This is I3. We should take a unit matrix of order corresponding to A, related to A. A is of order 3 by 3. We should take I is of order 3 by 3. So 9 into I means 9 into 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. So 9 into 3 by 3 unit matrix. We should multiply these two matrices A into A transpose and then multiply 9 inside to the matrix. Then we can equate the corresponding elements. By multiplying we will get, taking by row by column method, 1 into 1 1, 2 into 2 4, again 2 into 2 4 plus 4. Then moving to the second column, 1 into 2 2, 2 into 1 2, then 2 into minus 2 minus 4. And then moving to the third column, 1 into x x, 2 into 2 plus 4, 2 into y plus 2y. And then taking second row with multiplying these three columns, 2 into 1 2 and 1 into 2 is 2 and minus 2 into 2 is minus 4. Now multiplying second row with the first column, second column and third column. Second row with the third column, second column here, second row with the second column, 2 into 2 4, 1 into 1 1, minus 2 into minus 2 plus 4. And then multiply with the third column, 2x plus 2 minus 2y, multiplying third row with the three columns, x plus 4 plus 2y, and then multiply second column, 2x plus 2 minus 2y, multiply the third column, x square plus 4 plus y square equal to 900 090 009. Now simplifying it, will get 9 0 here x plus 2y plus 4 and then here 0, simplifying this 9, then here 2x minus 2y plus 2, moving to the last row, x plus 2y plus 4 and then here 2x plus minus 2y plus 2 and then the third entry is x square plus y square plus 4. The third entry is x square plus y square plus 4. Now this is for first column, this is second column, these are taken third column, which is equal to 900 090 009. Now equating the corresponding elements here, from the last entry in the first row, x plus 2y plus 4 equal to 0, x plus 2y plus 4 equal to 0. From this we can create an equation x plus 2y equal to minus 4, let it be equation number 1. And then a suitable second equation will be equal to, if we equate these two also, x plus 2y equal to minus 4, we need not to take this one. And then some other equation is here, if we take the third element in the second row, 2x minus 2y plus 2 equal to 0, 2x plus 2y, 2x minus 2y, sorry, 2x minus 2y plus 2 equal to 0, and simplify it, 2x, we can form one another equation from this, 2x minus 2y equal to minus 2, this is taken as equation number 2. Now we can divide it by 2, then we can take it as 2, divided by 2 implies x minus y equal to minus 1, let it be equation number 2. Now, or you can take directly you can take as 2. Both of you will get the answer. You need not to divide it by 2. Directly we can take it as 2. Because here we have 2y, here we have minus 2y. When we add these two get cancelled. So this is equation number 2. Adding 1 and 2. 1 plus 2 implies, which is equal to, adding these two equations, x plus 2x is 3x. 2y minus 2y get cancelled. Then minus 4 minus 2 is minus 6. So x is equal to minus 6 by 3 equal to minus 2. Then substituting x is equal to minus 2 in equation 1. 1 implies, substituting x is equal to minus 2 here. Minus 2 plus 2y equal to minus 4. And 2y equal to minus 4 plus 2 equal to minus 2. Which implies y equal to minus 1. Therefore, the value of x is equal to minus 2 and the value of y equal to minus 1. X is equal to minus 2, y equal to minus 1. Question number 20. For what values of x the matrix A is skew symmetric? The matrix A is skew symmetric. That is a condition. If a matrix is skew symmetric, then A is equal to minus A transpose, or A transpose is equal to minus A. If A is skew symmetric, then A is equal to minus A transpose. A equal to minus A transpose, or A transpose is equal to minus A. Now given A is 0, 1, minus 2, minus 1, 0, x cube, 2, minus 3, 0, which is equal to minus of A transpose. Transposing it, 0, 1, minus 2, minus 1, 0, x cube, 2, minus 3, 0. Now multiply minus inside, 0, 1, minus 2, minus 1, 0, x cube, 2, minus 3, 0 will be equal to 0, minus into minus plus 1, minus 2, multiply minus inside, minus 1, 0, plus 3, and 2, minus x cube, 0. Now these two are equal matrices. Now we can equate the corresponding elements 0, 0, 1, minus 2, 0, 1, minus 2, minus 1, 0, x cube, minus 1, 0, 3, which implies x cube equal to 3. Both have equal order and they have equal sign between them. This means these two are equal matrices. Now x cube equal to 3 is taking cube root on both sides. X cube power 1 by 3 equal to 3 power 1 by 3. X cube power 1 by 3 get cancelled, which implies x. So it is 3 power 1 by 3. So when x is equal to 3 power 1 by 3, the given matrix is a skew symmetric matrix. Subdivision number 2 in question number 20. If the given matrix is skew symmetric matrix, then find the values of PQR. If it follows a skew symmetric matrix, we need to find the values of PQ and R. If it is a skew symmetric matrix, suppose let A equal to the given matrix 0, P3, 2, Q square minus 1, R1, 0. If it is skew symmetric, given it is skew symmetric, this implies A is equal to minus A transpose, or A transpose is equal to minus A, we can write any of the way. Now A is 0, P3, 2, Q square minus 1, R1, 0, that is equal to minus of A transpose. Transposing the given matrix A, 0, P3, 2, Q square minus 1, and R1, 0. Multiply minus inside, 0, P3, 2, Q square minus 1, R1, 0 equal to, multiply minus inside, 0, minus 2, minus R, minus P, minus Q square, minus 1, and then minus 3, plus 1, 0. Now these two have equal order, it is 3 by 3. Right side also we have 3 by 3 matrix, and also equal symbol between them. This means the corresponding elements are equal in the respective places, which implies P equal to minus 2, which implies P equal to minus 2, because the second element and second answer element must be equal. So P equal to minus 2, equating the corresponding element, will get P equal to minus 2. And then for Q, here Q square equal to minus Q square in the right side. Now bringing it to the left side, Q square plus Q square equal to 0. So 2Q square equal to 0, which implies Q square equal to 0 by 2, 0, and which implies Q equal to 0. So we have found Q equal to 0 now, and P equal to minus 2. We need the value of R. By equating these two values, R equal to minus 3. So from the above matrix, we can conclude P equal to minus 2, Q equal to 0, and R equal to minus 3. So the values of P, Q and R are P equal to minus 2 and Q equal to 0, R equal to minus 3. Question number 22. Let A and B be two symmetric matrices. Prove that AB equal to BA if and only if AB is symmetric matrix. There are two matrices. They are all symmetric is given. We should prove when AB equal to BA, AB is symmetric matrix, and when AB is symmetric matrix, we should prove AB equal to BA. There are two conditions involved in it. One is when AB equal to BA, AB is symmetric. We should prove when AB equal to BA, AB is symmetric. And then the second case is when AB is symmetric matrix, we should prove AB equal to BA. There are two answers we should prove here. The first one is given A and B are symmetric matrices, which implies if A is symmetric, A equal to A transpose, and B is symmetric, B equal to B transpose, which implies B equal to B transpose. A and B are symmetric matrices, which implies A equal to A transpose and B equal to B transpose. To prove AB equal to BA if and only if AB is symmetric matrix. Now I am taking AB equal to BA. If AB equal to BA, given AB equal to BA, now we are taking transpose on both sides, which implies AB whole transpose is equal to BA whole transpose. Now AB whole transpose is equal to the right side value B transpose BA whole transpose is equal to A transpose into B transpose. We have formula AB whole transpose is equal to B transpose into A transpose, and BA whole transpose is equal to A transpose into B transpose. By use of it, this BA whole transpose will be equal to A transpose into B transpose. Now A transpose implies A and B transpose means it is B, so which implies AB whole transpose is equal to AB. Now A transpose is equal to A, we can say A is symmetric. Now AB whole transpose is equal to AB, this means AB is symmetric matrix, which implies AB is symmetric matrix, And the second is, now we have taken AB equal to BA and then we have proved AB is symmetric matrix. In the reverse, we should prove when AB is symmetric, we should show that AB equal to BA. For the second case, by taking AB symmetric matrix, AB is symmetric matrix. AB is symmetric. If AB is symmetric, AB is symmetric, we have formula when A is symmetric, A equal to A transpose. So AB is symmetric means we can have, which implies AB whole transpose is equal to AB, which implies AB whole transpose is equal to AB. And now by use of the above formula, AB whole transpose is equal to B transpose into A transpose. By use of this formula, we can convert this as B transpose into A transpose is equal to AB. By substituting AB whole transpose as B transpose A transpose, this AB whole transpose will be equal to B transpose into A transpose. But B transpose is B and A transpose is A, which is equal to AB. Therefore, if AB is symmetric matrix, then BA equal to AB. If AB equal to BA, then AB is symmetric matrix. So we have proved the required value. If and only if means we should prove by taking the condition and then we should prove the second result, and then taking this as condition and we should prove the previous one. So this is the method to prove if and only if is given. So for the two cases, we have proved when AB equal to BA, AB is symmetric matrix, and taking AB as symmetric matrix, we have proved AB equal to BA. So this means AB equal to BA if and only if AB is symmetric matrix. This shows the required result. Question number 23. A and B are symmetric matrices of same order. Prove that AB plus BA is a symmetric matrix and AB minus BA is a skew symmetric matrix. To show AB plus BA is a symmetric matrix, we should prove AB plus BA whole transpose. AB plus BA whole transpose is equal to AB plus BA. Because if A is symmetric, A transpose is equal to A. Now AB plus BA is symmetric, we should show AB plus BA transpose is equal to AB plus BA. And then for the second case, AB minus BA is a skew symmetric matrix, we should show. If it is a skew symmetric matrix, we should prove AB minus BA whole transpose is equal to minus of AB minus BA, or AB minus BA equal to minus of AB minus BA whole transpose. We should prove any one of these results. We can take the first one, AB minus BA whole transpose is equal to minus of AB minus BA. If we proved these two results, our question will be getting over. So now I am taking taking the first subdivision. AB plus BA is a skew symmetric matrix when AB and B are symmetric matrices. So given A and B are symmetric, you can start the answer here. Given A and B are symmetric, A and B are symmetric matrices. Therefore, if A is symmetric, then A equal to A transpose, or A transpose is equal to A, and B is symmetric, B equal to B transpose. By the given condition, we have two results. One is A equal to A transpose, another one is B equal to B transpose. The subdivision 1 is we should show AB plus BA is symmetric. This means we should prove AB plus BA whole transpose is equal to AB plus BA. Now, taking AB plus BA and applying its transpose. AB plus BA whole transpose is equal to AB transpose plus BA transpose. That is A plus B whole transpose will be equal to A transpose plus B transpose. If the matrices are in addition, we can separate the transpose by the addition. So A plus B whole transpose is equal to A transpose plus B transpose. Add பண்ணிட்டு transpose பண்ணலாம், அந்த transpose பண்ணிட்டு add பண்ணலாம். Both the results will be equal. By use of it, AB plus BA whole transpose is equal to AB transpose plus BA transpose. And then by the property of transpose, AB whole transpose, if the matrices are in product, it will be equal to B transpose into A transpose. Product of transpose of two matrices will be equal to, in the transpose of its reverse product. Transpose of its reverse product, that is B transpose into A transpose. So by use of it, by AB whole transpose means this is B transpose into A transpose, and then BA whole transpose is AB whole transpose is B transpose A transpose, then BA whole transpose it is A transpose into B transpose. Now B transpose is B, B transpose is B and A transpose is A, applying in it, which is equal to BA plus AB. BA plus AB. The AB plus BA whole transpose is equal to AB plus BA. This means which here AB plus BA whole transpose is equal to, we have write AB plus BA whole transpose is equal to BA plus AB. This means these two, the given matrix is a symmetric matrix. Therefore, this AB plus BA is symmetric matrix. AB plus BA is symmetric matrix. And now we need to prove the second one is a skew symmetric matrix. For that, for second condition, this is subdivision number 1 and here subdivision number 2. We should prove AB minus BA whole transpose is equal to minus of AB minus BA. So AB minus BA whole transpose equal to, here also we can separate the transpose by minus, which implies AB whole transpose minus BA whole transpose. Now by use of the transpose property, AB whole transpose will be equal to B transpose into A transpose, and then minus here BA whole transpose is A transpose into B transpose, because AB whole transpose will be equal to B transpose into A transpose. Similar to that, BA whole transpose is A transpose into B transpose. Now B transpose is B, A transpose is A, minus A transpose is A, B transpose is B. Now removing minus as common, these two get changed their sign. So minus AB become plus AB and plus BA become minus BA. This means AB minus BA whole transpose is equal to minus of AB minus BA. If A transpose is equal to minus A, which implies A is skew symmetric. Here AB minus BA whole transpose is equal to minus of AB minus BA, which implies the AB minus BA matrix is skew symmetric. We have proved it is a skew symmetric matrix. It is a skew symmetric matrix. Question number 24. A shopkeeper in a nuts and a spices shop makes a gift packs, includes a cashew, raisin and almond. In pack 1, there are 100 grams of cashew, 100 gram of raisin and 50 gram of almond. And in pack 2, 200 gram of cashew and 100 gram of raisin and 100 gram of almond. And pack 3 contains 250 gram cashew, 250 gram raisin and 150 gram almond. And cost of 50 gram of cashew is 50 rupees 50, 50 gram of raisins is rupees 10 and 50 gram of almond is rupees 60. So the cost is given for every 50 grams. So convert the given grams as units by taking 50 gram as 1 unit. Let 50 gram as 1 unit, because according to cost we are taking the unit. For each items 50 grams is taken as 1 unit. The rate of cost is given for 50 gram in each item. So every 50 gram is taken as 1 unit. So the given pack 1 contains, in pack 1 we have 2 units of cashew and 2 unit of raisin and 1 unit of almond. In pack 2 we have now 4 unit of cashew and 2 unit of raisin and 2 unit of almond. And pack 3 contains 5 unit of cashew and 5 unit of raisin and 3 unit of almond. Now, according to the unit, we can multiply the amount. For every 50 gram for cashew, it is rupees 50, and for raisin it is 10, for almond it is rupees 60. So by use of it, we can form a matrix. This is the cost matrix, and this is the matrix found by the grams, and the cost matrix is taken as the cost matrix is for C it is 50, and for R is it is 10, and for almond it is 60. Now forming a matrix, writing in matrix form, this which implies writing in matrix form, which implies 2 2 1, 4 unit, 2 unit, and 2 unit. Here 5 unit, 5 unit, 3 unit. Multiply with the cost 50, 10, 60. Look at here. When we multiply this row in the column, the cashew is multiplied with 50. The rate of cashew is 50, and raisin is rupees 20. Raisin is multiplied with 10. 10, and almond is rupees 60, and 1 unit of almond is multiplied with 60. So we can and then moving to the second row, cashew is rupees 50, and raisin is rupees 10, and almond is rupees 60. And moving to the third row, it will happen similar way. So when we multiply these two matrix, we have written in matrix form. Multiplying these two, simplify, will get the cost of one pack, which implies multiplying these two will get 2 into 50, 100 plus 100 plus 60. Then moving to the second row of the column, here 200 and 20. Then here is 2 into 10, 2 into 10, 20 here, sorry, 20. 2 into 50, 100, 2 into 10, 20, 1 into 60, 60. And then 4 unit of 50, 200, 2 unit of 10 is 20, and 2 unit of 60 is 120. And then moving to the third row of the column, 5 into 5, 250, plus 5 into 10, 50, and then plus 3 into 60, 180. Now simplify it, we'll get 180, and 200, 340, and 340. The last one is 250, 300, 480. So the cost value is, look at here now, multiplying and simplifying will get 180, 340, and 480. So the cost of one pack is pack 1 is rupees 180, and cost of pack 2 is 340, and cost of pack 3 is rupees 480. So we can write here cost of pack 1 equal to rupees 180, and cost of pack 2 equal to rupees 340, and cost of pack 3 equal to rupees 480. That's all. Determinants. To every square matrix A, to every square matrix A of order n, A is equal to Aij, is a matrix A whose entries are Aij, of order n, that is n cross n. It is a square matrix, so its order is n cross n. To every square matrix of order A, for every square matrix A of order n, every square matrix A of order n, we can associate a number, we can associate a number, we can associate a number is called determinant value, determinant of a matrix A. Associate number is called determinant of A, is determinant of A. This means for every square matrix, we can associate a number. That number is known as the determinant value of A. Determinant of A. A number called a determinant of the matrix A. For example, if A is equal to a matrix of 2 by 2, A11, A12, A21, A22, this is a matrix. Its determinant will be equal to write is a determinant. This A is written between two parallel lines. That is, this is known as determinant A. A21, A22. Now, this determinant of matrix A is written as determinant A equal to A11, A12, A21, A22. Matrix A is equal to matrix A equal to A11, A12, A21, A22 is just an arrangement of numbers. But determinant is not an arrangement. We can reduce this determinant to a number. It is a value. It is a value. This means it may be a positive value, a positive or negative or zero value. It may follow a positive number or a negative number or a zero. So a determinant can be reduced to a number. Every determinant can be reduced to a number, but a matrix cannot be reduced to a number. It is just an arrangement. This is a very important change in these two. A matrix is just an arrangement of numbers in row column wise, but a determinant is a value. This determinant can be reduced to a number or a value. The value will be a positive, negative or a zero number. According to a determinant, the value will vary. According to a number, according to a given determinant, the value will be varied. Now here A is known as a matrix. This is just an arrangement. This is known as determinant. It can be reduced to a number. It can be reduced to a number. And a matrix is of any order. A matrix may be of any order. If we choose a matrix, it may be of any order. But if we choose a determinant, it should be formed from determinants are formed only from the square matrices. We can form a determinant by use of square matrices. So determinant should have equal number of rows and columns. Every determinant, if you take any determinant, it should contain equal number of rows and columns. So a determinant, a matrix may be of any order, but determinant should have equal number of rows and columns. Equal number of rows and columns. And when we write matrix A, this is A11, A12, A21, A22. But determinant of A means determinant of A11, A12, A21, A22. To find its value, how to find its determinant value of 2 by 2 is given. To find its value, just there are two diagonals present here. Just cross multiply the leading diagonal first. So A11 into A12, and then cross multiply the secondary diagonal A21 into A12, A11 into A22 here. Sorry, A11 into A22, and then A21 into A12. After multiply it, subtract. So leading diagonal minus secondary diagonal, product of leading diagonal elements minus product of the secondary diagonal elements will be a number. This number is known as the value of the determinant A. This number is known as the value of the determinant A. We can easily conclude the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix given. 2 by 2 matrix. If 2 by 2 matrix is given, its determinant value will be calculated according to this way, but just by multiplying the leading diagonal and subtracting the secondary diagonal from it, we will get a number. That number is the determinant value of a given matrix. Here I am taking a 2 by 2 matrix. A equal to 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, minus 4. This is the given matrix now. I am going to calculate its determinant value. So determinant value means determinant of A. When we read it as determinant of A, read it as determinant A is equal to, we should write the numbers. Here they are enclosed by brackets, but here they are enclosed by two parallel lines, that is 1, 2, 3 minus 4, but we should read it as determinant of A. To calculate this determinant value, first of all multiply the leading diagonal. This is the leading diagonal. 1 into minus 4 is minus 4. And then multiply the secondary. Secondary diagonal is 3 into 2, 6. Subtract. You can get minus 10. So this minus 10 is the determinant value of this given matrix. So determinant of A is minus 10. But when we take a matrix, it's just an arrangement. We need not to modify it more. Just we can transpose, that's all. But here determinant means the determinant of the given matrix is a number. It may be a positive. Here we have achieved a negative number. It may be a positive number or a 0 or any real number. It may be a real number. Now I am taking another matrix for an example. A equal to 10, 20, 30, 40. I can take a 50 here, else take a 80. Finding its determinant value. Determinant of A is equal to determinant of 10, 20, 30, 80, which is equal to here multiplying 800. Here 3 2s are 6, 600. So subtract 800 minus 600 equal to 200. So the determinant of A is 200. Here we have actually a positive answer. Suppose if I take a value, take a matrix a 2 by 2 matrix 1 2 2 1. Here take 1 1 2 1 2, equal number of rows, equal rows. Now determinant of A is equal to cross multiply leading diagonal 2 and cross multiply secondary is also 2. Subtract 2 minus 2 equal to 0. So here we have reached a 0 as the answer. So it may be a positive answer or a negative answer or a 0. So so every determinant there is a unique value. It may be positive or negative or 0. So matrix is nothing but is an arrangement, that's all. But a determinant is a number. Every determinant can be reduced to a number. For example, I am taking another matrix here. It is also a 2 by 2. A is equal to cos theta sin theta minus sin theta into cos theta. Now determinant of A is equal to determinant of cos theta sin theta minus sin theta cos theta, which is equal to, first multiply the leading diagonal, cos theta into cos theta, cos square theta, and multiply the secondary, sin into sin, sin square. Here we have minus into plus minus, so minus sin square theta. Now we should subtract the results, subtract it. Now minus into minus become plus, so cos square theta plus sin square theta. So the result of cos square plus sin square is 1 by use of the trigonometric identity, first identity, cos square theta plus sin square theta equal to 1. So this is known as the determinant value of A. Like this we have many number of matrices. According to every matrix we have different determinant values for every given matrix. Now to calculate a 3 by 3 determinant of a matrix, suppose a 3 by 3 matrix is given A equal to A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23 and A31, A32, A33. For 3 by 3 matrices, how to calculate its determinant value? Before knowing the determinant value of 3 by 3, we should know two important results. They are, one is minus and another one is cofactors. One is minus, another one is cofactors. What is mean minor? We can start with the 2 by 2 matrix here. A equal to A11, A12, A21, A22. Now it is of order 2 by 2. Here there are 4 elements present. For every element there is a minor value. For every element there is a minor value. How to calculate a minor value of A11? So to find its minor of A11, minor of A11 equal to the A11 presents in the first row and first column. So close the first row and first column. What is remains here? A22 remains. So A22 is the minor of A11. So eliminate the row and column in which the element presents. The remaining element represents the minor of the particular element. Look at here. Eliminate the row and column in which A11 presents. A11 presents in the first row. I have eliminated, and also it presents in the first column. So A11 presents in the first column and first row. By eliminating the first row and first column, A22 remains. This A22 is the minor of A11. Similarly, minor of A12 is A12 presents first row and second column. Eliminating these two, remaining is A21. So A21 is the minor value of A12. And then minor of A21. A21 means A21 presents in the first column, second row. So eliminating second row and first column, A12 remains. So A12 is the minor of A21. And then we have one another element, that is A22. So minor of A22 is A22 presents in second row, second column. So eliminating these two, we can get A11. So A11 is the minor. So it is very simple to calculate minor when given 2 by 2 matrix. So minor, to get the minor, eliminate the row and column in which the corresponding element presents. The remaining element is the. So the minor of A22 is A11. I have eliminated now. We are moving to cofactors. What is mean cofactor? Cofactor is nothing but signed minor. That means signed minors. We are associating a sign with every element, and adding sign to the minors, it will be converted to cofactors. So we have a formula to find the cofactor of an element. Cofactor of an element or cofactor of Aij. The element is denoted here Aij. Cofactor of Aij is equal to minus 1 to the power I plus j, where I and j are the place values of A, minus 1 power I plus j into minor of Aij. Minor of Aij. Cofactor of Aij is equal to minus 1 power I plus j into its minor value. Multiply the minor value with minus 1 power I plus j, you will get a cofactor. For example, we have there are 4 results here. That is a cofactor of minor of A11 is A22, minor of A12 is A21, minor of A21 is A12, and minor of I'm writing the last one here, minor of A22. A22 is A11. Now we are going to find the cofactor values of these. Now cofactor of A11 equal to cofactor of A11 equal to, by use of the formula, minus 1 power I plus j is formula, I is 1, j is 1. So 1 plus 1 into minor of Aij, its minor value is A22. It will be a number when we take a numerals. Here general form I have taken, so I have written A22. I already have found the minor value of A11, that is applied here. The minor of A11 is A22, and by formula we have minus 1 power I plus j into minor value. So minus 1 power 1 plus 1 into its minor value. Its minor value is A22 multiplied here. Minus 1 power 1 plus 1 is 2. So minus 1 power 1 plus 1 minus 1 power 2. This means minus 1 power 2 is plus 1. So it will be equal to A22. And then cofactor of second one A12 equal to minus 1 power 1 plus 2 is 3. And the cofactor of minor of A12, the minor value is A21. Are you clear now? Minus 1 power I plus j into the corresponding minor value. So cofactor of A12 is minus 1 power 1 plus 2 is 3 into minor of A12. The minor of A12 is A21, which is equal to minus 1 power 3 is minus 1. So minus A21. And then cofactor of A21 equal to minus 1 power 2 plus 1 again 3. And then its minor value is A12. A12 which is equal to minus A12, and then cofactor of A22 equal to minus 1 power ij is 2 plus 2 into its minor value. Minor of A22 is A11 into A11. Here minus 1 power even number is plus 1, which is equal to A11. Look at here. The minor and the cofactor values varies by sign. Look at here. Minor of A11 is A22. Then the cofactor of A11 is also A22. And then the minor of A12 is A21. The cofactor of A12 is minus A21. Look at here. Here we have minor value A21. For same number, when we take cofactor, its sign varies. And then minor of A21 is A12. The cofactor of A21 is minus A12. Look at here. If it is A21, A12 is minor value, but its cofactor is minus A12. Here also there is a change in the sign. And then moving to minor of A22 is A11. Cofactor of A22 is A11. Look at here. The first element and last element, A11 and A22 has minor and cofactor are equal. The remaining two have changes only in the sign, but the value remains same. They have a small change in sign. That's all. So the minus cofactors is nothing but signed minus. When we add a sign to the minor, it will be converted to cofactors. That will happen according to the formula minus 1 power I plus j. I plus j is nothing but it's a place value. A11 is first row first column, A12 is first row second column, A21 is second row first column, A22 is second. Use of the place value, we are adding sign to the minors, it will be converted to cofactors. So cofactor and minors are varying by sign itself according to its place values. That's all. This is known as cofactor. We have completed only for 2 by 2 matrices. This is the way to calculate 2 by 2 minus. This is the way to calculate cofactors of the elements present in 2 by 2.